from the gun. Murray. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On second down and 4, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
He was brought
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. On third down, Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a gain of 5.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Newton now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. He's got it. And the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Browns nothing.
How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
At the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
49-yard line. A gain of 31 yards. First down, Browns.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Browns nothing.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. 30, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff working right. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he'll escape to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now from Murray. Being chased. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 40. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Jets. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Jets 21, Browns nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20.
Showtime today,
and
baby.
all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Jets 21, Browns 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 8.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought down at the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
At his own 49.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's now 3rd and 13.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Third and long, it's Newton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on first down is Murray. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets' 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. A final shot before the break. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gun. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 27.
To throw again. Newton. Dancing to his left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Here we go.
Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Joe Mixon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
For the Jets.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A nice little juke. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Jets have recovered. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires, as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton throwing right, and that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 27, Murray. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands.
And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Got to lose one. Mike 27.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Aldrich Rosas on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's just me. It's just me and you. Watch 36. 36 the number.
Murray now on first down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun. Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Murray now on 1st down. And he can't rib it. Take it down.
A defensive strategy on that particular play just can't get me something.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. An option run here for Cam. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third down and 12. Again, Newton to keep it. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Browns.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and now it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Kill, 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 turn it.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Murray. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, Murray. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Check right 27. Check right 27.
To throw again. Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Newton's going to throw it. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Murray, one final try. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.